The distress beacon had been broadcasting for 3 days when Captain Sarah Webb's ship picked it up. "It's a Thraxi freighter," her comms officer reported. "Life support failing. They're requesting immediate assistance." Sarah checked the coordinates. "We're 2 days out. Acknowledge and tell them we're on our way." Her first officer looked grim. "Captain, their life support won't last that long." "Then we'd better hurry." When the human ship finally arrived, Chief Engineer Cathar could barely stand. The crew of 12 had been breathing recycled air for 5 days, and the CO2 scrubbers had completely failed. They were hours from asphyxiation. The human captain came aboard with a toolkit and bag of supplies and a dozen emergency rebreathers which they passed out to the crew. "Show me the damage," she said. Cathar led her to engineering on shaking legs. "The primary manifold cracked. We need a replacement, but the nearest station with Thraxi parts is 4 weeks away." "Don't need Thraxi parts," Captain Webb interrupted, already examining the failed system. She pulled out a handheld scanner, studied the readout, then started laughing. Cathar's gills fluttered in confusion. I do not understand the humor. Your manifold isn't cracked. It's shattered, completely unsalvageable." She tore off several lengths of silver material from a small large roll. "Good thing I brought duct tape." "Duct tape? Human miracle substance, fixes everything." She wrapped the tape over 2 sections of manifold, then pulled out what looked like a beverage container. "And this is an energy drink, aluminum, perfect thermal properties." She proceeded to consume the drink in a few large gulps. Cathar watched in horror as the human cut open the now empty can with a small blade, fashioned it into a patch, and began taping it over the largest breach in the manifold. "This cannot possibly work," he whispered. "Watch and learn, buddy." Captain Webb spent 20 minutes wrapping, taping, and jerry-rigging a solution that would make any engineer weep. She used duct tape, 2 energy drink cans, part of a plastic storage container, and something she called zip ties. When she finished, she stood back and admired her work. "Fire it up." Cathar activated the system with trembling claws. The manifold hummed, air cycled. The CO2 levels began dropping immediately. It was working. "How?" Cathar stared at the repair. "How is this possible?" Captain Webb grinned and patted the silver tape. "Duct tape holds the universe together, my friend. This'll get you to the nearest station easy. Might even last longer than your original part. Humans over-engineer our fixes. But this is not proper repair protocol. This violates every safety standard. It's not about proper, it's about working." She handed him the remaining roll of duct tape. "Keep this. Trust me, you'll need it." As the human crew prepared to leave, Cathar stopped Captain Webb at the airlock. "Why did you come? You knew you couldn't save us in time. You knew you didn't have the parts we needed." Sarah looked at him like he'd asked why water was wet. "You sent a distress call. That means someone needed help. Humans always come when someone needs help." She shrugged. "And we always figure something out when we get there." After the human ship departed, Cathar stood in engineering, staring at the duct tape and aluminum can, keeping his crew alive. Humans, he decided, were absolutely insane, and he was profoundly grateful for it. If you were stranded in space, what random object would you want a human to have on board to save you? Comment below and follow for more HFY stories.